Dave.
Ian, buddy, that's a weary Ian.
I'm sleepy. I'm very sleepy.
Dude, it's 13 minutes till midnight, which is my midnight, which is 9 p.m. Yeah.
As we call it in our house, pumpkin 30.
Yes.
It's past bedtime.
Yeah, David 30. S. Pumpkins 30. Yeah.
Yes. I'm tired because I just got back from chaperoning my son's school camping trip, which is like a real like tell me you go to public school in Colorado without telling me you go to school in Colorado. But like it was 2 nights with 29-year-olds, 15 of which were boys, and they were so fucking loud. And they had so much energy.
Right.
And so many complaints. It was a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, boys in the woods. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the other thing was that they wanted me to drive children up to this campsite up in Estes Park, up by Rocky Mountain National Park, where we camped.
In this economy?
In this economy. And so I did the sensible thing that any car enthusiast with like a project /
parts
car would do, and I rented a car.
Okay. I was going to say, what is the status of your horn now?
Yeah. I was filling out, they gave me like a form or like a vehicle safety form. And as soon as I read the words vehicle safety, I was like, I should rethink this. Like,
okay.
Maybe I should rent something.
Okay.
Because I think that my car is maybe not suitable for children. It's rated like PG-13.
Okay. Maybe an R, but for violence, not sex stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I like, because if you have, I don't know, if you have like AAA on speed dial, then maybe you shouldn't be chaperoning children that aren't your own.
Right.
Through the mountains.
Yeah. When you've already thrown whatever per year at a safety net for said vehicle. Then realizing, hey, children, get in the cab with the random tow truck driver. Yeah.
And they wanted me to take an adult and 3 kids.
Oh,
basically.
Okay.
So I was like, we're gonna rent a car.
Yeah.
So I went to like the neighborhood rental place. Because normally, like, I rent from airports where you just like you show up. You flash something that vaguely looks like your ID, and they just throw you keys and say, get the fuck out of
here. Right. Just bring it back in mostly one piece.
Right. And I always forget how crazy these like neighborhood rental locations are.
Yeah.
They want to do a walk around with you. They want to take pictures of the damage that's on the car.
Right.
They want to like all this stuff. And it's just like, I have rented so many things.
They wanted like 23andMe you just to flip down the sun visor.
Yeah. It was ridiculous. It took me so long to get out of there. I could have driven to the airport and driven back.
Yeah. Right.
It was ridiculous.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay.
But it ended up being a really good choice because one night the kids like got the tent leaks because surprise, 9-year-olds did a bad job of setting up their tent. And so I had to put 3 kids in the back of the rental car, which was a 2019 Subaru Outback.
Oh, okay. 2019 Subaru Outback. Okay.
Yeah. With like 55,000 miles on it.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Mm-hmm. We're talking CVT. We're talking underpowered. We're talking rental spec interior. It is contributing to the fact that I am so tired right now.
Okay. So you laid down the back seats.
I laid down. It was like 4:00 in the morning.
Okay.
They were like, oh my God, our tent's leaking. It was dewy. It wasn't even raining. It was just dewy. But it was getting in, and I was just like, I don't want to deal with it. So I just like fold down the seats, put their sleeping bags back there, and I shoved 3 9-year-old boys in the back of that thing, and they did not sleep at all, and just instead had a giant wrestling match for the next 3 hours.
Yeah.
I was in my tent, and all I could hear was like muffled screams and an occasional thump.
and as a parent, the thump is an interesting thing, right? Yeah, because there's the thump and then the post-thump sound analysis algorithms that you go through.
Right. And it's a flow chart, which is and the first question is, do I need to go check that out?
Yes. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Am I is someone else's parents are other parents going to be mad at me that I did not intervene earlier? Yeah. And also like analysis of the thump, like did it sound like it was hitting glass, plastic, metal, wood?
Was it a head?
Right. What body part? Kneecap. Yeah. Exactly.
An arm on plastic? Get the fuck out of here. I'm going back to sleep.
I want skull on titanium, or I don't,
right.
Yeah, I don't unzip this bag.
Oh yeah. 40-degree night in a sleeping bag, it's gonna take a pretty significant body part sort of thump for me to get out of this tent.
Right. Yeah, like one of the tires on the Outback would just have to blow out.
Right. Yeah. Is the car on fire? No, I'm staying where I am.
Exactly. Right? Yeah.
The carpet will absorb most of the blood. It'll be fine.
Okay. So beyond that, I mean, how did you find the Subaru once you theoretically had a Subaru? How did you find it?
It was fine. It had Starlink.
Ah, yes, Starlink, our favorite. Hand swipe over the camera. Starlink.
Had the Starlink infotainment, which sucked. And it was, mostly dreadful. Like, it's just slow. And the transmission, it's a CVT. And, when you're in the mountains, you want to shift manually so you're not chewing through brakes.
Right.
And it just was not smooth. Like it just doesn't do off throttle shifts smoothly at all.
Okay.
Which is what you need when you're using that engine braking to control your speed on mountain roads. And it just was like,
yeah.
Maybe that was just rental car 50,000 miles.
Yeah. There could have been previous Ians that have been subjected to that vehicle.
Definitely. But I was, I had children in the car the whole time. So I was I was on my best behavior. I didn't have this rental car airborne even once.
2 wheels? Get it on 2 wheels at all?
No, all 4 wheels stayed attached to the ground the entire time.
Wow. Are you okay? Do you have a fever?
I mean, it was a struggle.
Yeah, I would imagine.
At one point, I was coming back and I had Nico's teacher in the car with me. And I saw an open passing zone on the mountain road where I could have gotten at least 4 cars.
Okay.
Because, you're coming down the mountain, you're in the big line of cars. And if you don't make forward progress, then you're never going to get home.
Right.
Which is why I'm still on that road now.
Yeah, exactly.
And I had to physically restrain myself from just going for it.
Yeah. Yeah, you're Bill Paxton tying yourself to a fence in Twister.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
My hand was actually twitching. It had shifter paddles, and I was actually twitching by this downshift paddle. Oh God, I can do it. Just click this twice, and I'd be gone.
You're just lashing your hand to the steering wheel with your shoelace. So that
Where'd you go to college? Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Nico's dad is into some weird stuff. Yeah. Well, I think the last time that you and I, outside of our RS experience at RMDE, which I would say is delightful, right? I think Subaru figured out a lot of stuff between this Outback and the RS that we drove. Also, that that car's probably 1,000 pounds heavier what you drove.
It has a different engine, I believe, as well.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Was the time when we were in Watkins Glen. I think that was a Subaru that we rented, right?
That was the origin of the Starlink.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago. But yeah, that was when we started wiping each other's faces. Starlink.
Yep. Because this podcast has always violated COVID protocols, even before COVID was a thing. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So much touching.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry that I should say I'm glad that a Subaru was everything you needed the Subaru to be, it is that employee that does not exceed expectations. It simply like continues to not get fired year over year.
Getting 3s on the reports.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So that's why I'm tired,
dude. Yeah. Okay.
And so I have an FMK cars.
Okay.
And this one is called Sometimes I'm Tired, Dave.
I don't always get to be the tired one. We have to pass the baton every now and then.
Sometimes I'm tired too.
FMK Cars is a game that Ian and Dave play on the show. It's based on the classic game Fuck, Marry, Kill, but instead of playing it with people like gross people do, we play it with cars because we're not gross. So yeah.
So I decided this one it does have a catch. So these are going to be some recent rentals.
Okay.
Paired with the thing in my life that actually made me tired.
Oh, okay. All right.
And that was what you have to do with this car.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right. So the first one is a 2019 Subaru Forester. You don't even have to, or a Subaru Outback. I wrote Forester. It was an Outback. That's not tired.
You're tired.
You have to chaperone a 2-day camping trip for 29-year-olds.
Okay. And they all have to come back alive?
They have to come back alive and accounted for. You have to know where they are.
Buddy system responsible for additional death. Like once a week. Yep. Okay.
That's sort of the deal when you chaperone.
Gotcha. That's the chaperoning and the roning. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. The next one is a 2022 Toyota Camry.
Okay.
You have to drive from Montgomery, Alabama to Vicksburg, Mississippi to New Orleans in August every time you drive it.
Okay.
All
right.
The last one is a 2023 Cadillac Escalade.
Oh, okay.
So you get a little bump up. You have to attend a 5-year-old's birthday party and then immediately take a red eye, and then you drive this from the airport to the hotel.
Okay. All right. Okay, so we have the Subaru Outback Wagon, 20 children, and I have to bring them all back alive. Toyota 2-day camping trip. Yeah, 2 nights. 2 nights. Yeah, Toyota Camry, drive from Huntsville, Alabama to where?
Vicksburg, Mississippi.
Okay.
To New Orleans.
I got to do that. I have to do the Tour de Suisse in August. Okay?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And the Escalade, and I have to attend a 5-year-old's birthday party. Can I get a clown status at the birthday party?
I have yet to see a clown at a birthday party.
Any mascots, a Spiderman showing up and somebody where I can't see their face? Okay.
No.
Okay. All right. What kind of?
If you want, you can also organize the 5-year-old's birthday party if you want to get crazy.
No. Let's not get into that. Okay. Here's what's happening, Ian. I'm killing the 2-night camping trip. You know that this is happening.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. I can't do that. Yeah. I think my vasectomy just re-vasectomied itself. Hearing about that. Yeah. Oh yeah.
It was like, you know what? Let's do one more knot.
Yeah, exactly.
We've had a meeting.
Again. We've had a meeting. The two of us.
Finally, we have a quorum. Jeez. Where have you been left?
Yeah, and for anybody who doesn't know, Apex Adjacent is a firm believer in dudes getting vasectomies. So yeah, get snipped.
We're 2 for 2.
Yeah, two for 2. Host to vasectomy ratio. Yeah, 2 to 4 or 2 to 0 for working testicles. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, 2 people. Yeah, I don't. Math is hard. I'm sleepy too. Okay, all right. For a day, I'm going to do the Tour de Suisse in the Camry. I'm hoping it has seat coolers. If not, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop at all of the Buc-ee's and gas stations and stuff like that. I'm going to eat all of the Southern food, right? I'm going to fill the entire Camry with parts. That's just going to happen. But I'm basically going to just get like frisbees of ice and just sit on those the entire time.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I'm marrying the Escalade. I'm going to marry the Escalade, and I will attend the 5-year-old birthday party because I fucking love cake.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. I don't really like toddler sneezes on cake, but I'm still going to eat that cake.
Those are sort of mandatory.
Yeah. I was going to say, there's nothing you can do to get away from those, huh?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I could be an Escalade boy, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do feel like you being sleepy and me being, like 2 minutes past my midnight is like, remember the Kathleen Madigan bit about her parents driving Uber? They do it together because one of them is not good enough on their own. Like they need to do it together.
That's really funny.
Yeah. And so like, I think like one of us is making one podcast host to push us forward. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. But yeah, what would you do? I mean, you've done all of these things.
I've sort of married all of them.
You have, yeah.
Is the problem.
Right. You have, Ian. Yeah. Yeah. Huh.
Honestly, I think I would crush the Escalade and the red eye thing. That was just stupid. I shouldn't have done that.
Okay.
Yeah. That's one I regret. So I would crush that, and then I would do I liked the camping trip, so I would probably marry that and then do the Camry for a day.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. Camry for a day. Yeah. 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 That's funny. You have married all of these, Ian. Yeah.
Sometimes I'm tired.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot about the red eye piece, but I guess I'd still have to do that. Yeah. Yeah. I sleep on planes very well. Yeah, I take a pappy nap for sure. But
you fit in the overhead bin, which is nice.
Yeah.
Just fold them up.
Right? Yeah, just origami Sev up there. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Right? Yeah. Okay. I mean, you've driven a lot, but recently you have gotten driven, Ian.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Yes. Do you want to tell folks about your experience being driven?
I know it seems like that was 4 months ago. That was last week.
Yes, last week.
Yeah, Mr. Dave here provided me and our good friend PETA with just the most VIP baller ass concert experience that I've ever experienced, because he picked me up at my home, and then drove me in the Lexus down to Fiddler's Green Amphitheater, and we got to see Deltron 3030, Run the Jewels, and half of Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah, exactly.
Both half of the concert and half of the plan.
Right? Yeah. But you and PETA, the two of you both rode in the back.
Yes, we did, and it was amazing. It was great.
Yeah. So
I wouldn't have had it any other way. It was lovely. I think that was not my first time in the back of that car.
Right. The first time you rode in it, you were in the back when I picked you up from having your windshield replaced at Safelite. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, this time it was nice. It was relaxing and quiet and calm, which is exactly what I needed. And yeah, it was a great way to go to a concert.
Yeah. Yeah. I had a great time driving both of you, and of course a great time at 2/3 of the concert.
Yeah.
Yeah. For any Run the Jewels fans that listen to the show, they played my 3 favorite songs, Angel Duster, Sea Legs, and they played Banana Clipper, which they have not played live since 2018 and has not been in their set list since we saw them. So yeah, that's huge. I love that song. And I got to scream, LP didn't do it, so get the fuck out of here, at the top of my lungs, because that's my favorite lyric in that song. Nice. And yeah, that was delightful. Yeah,
the Run the Jewels sounded so good.
Yeah,
they were tight. Like even their banter was spot on, exactly what you would hope it would be.
Yeah,
their stage presence, everything was 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
And then Wu-Tang came on.
Right.
And less so. Like they were, it sounded really, the mix was really bad, which I think probably is because they have 300 live mics on the stage at one time, and it must be a nightmare to mix.
So it's not like, I mean, it's not like the Roots have not been successful in live venues, you know, like
right.
The drums. And so now Wu-Tang likes to throw a live band, which love a live band in hip hop. You give me a live drummer. I'm like the barbershop in that Dave Chappelle in the Chappelle Show sketch.
Yeah, right.
Right. Yeah. Where like he just pulls the blanket off of Questlove.
Yeah.
Right. And yeah. So I love that. But all of that was coming in too high. Right. And so the Wu-Tang, like 8/9 of the Wu-Tang, because Method Man wasn't there, they could not hear themselves in the monitors over the live stuff. So they're trying to raise their voices over that. And it's just this like shit tornado of like bad sound. And like nobody just thought, let's take down the instrumentation. Like, because they didn't do a good fucking sound check. I know that's why all that happened.
Right.
Right.
Well, that's the thing. Like, loud doesn't necessarily mean, because Brother Jules was loud too.
Right. But it was clean.
It sounded clean and crisp. And like, I always think about that Idols show. Like, Idols was one of the loudest shows I've ever heard, but it sounded amazing. Like it was, everything was very clear. Mm-hmm. You could pick all the parts out really easily. It was just like a muddled mess. Yeah. With Wu-Tang, which is a shame because I was really excited to see him.
I've seen Wu-Tang before and they were good. I saw them at Red Rocks a few Octobers ago before COVID. Everything was fine. I think that I was talking to my buddy Steven about this. Do you remember Steven, right? Mm-hmm. So I was talking to him about this earlier today. I was telling him about seeing the show, and he was like, we were talking about like the sound and like when sound goes wrong at live shows. And I think a key thing about it is it's kind of similar to a race car, right? Like it is one thing for like a development team to get a car together and established and like out on the track. It's the driver or the artist feedback about like how something needs to change in order, like that bidirectional communication between like the sound engineers and the artists like is so key in just getting that like that clean sound, right? Mm-hmm. And also like, I mean, like having like not having to use like a house sound guy, you know, or having a house sound guy that absolutely knows their shit, right? Like all of that kind of stuff. Like there's a lot of variables, and it is clear, effective professional communication that moves that forward in so many things that we interface in our lives, right? And like that's the simplest explanation as to why it wasn't good. I'm going to assume that that's the most likely, right? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it didn't help too that they came out right after Run the Jewels, who are like, just, they're like, it's two very different acts. Like they kind of seem like maybe they'd be similar on paper, but they're really very different because Run the Jewels is very tight and choreographed and everything is scripted and, you know, together. And Wu-Tang is more like, I was telling Jenny that it was sort of like when we saw Broken Social Scene, where there's like a ton of people on stage and it just feels like a party.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
But it doesn't, if you contrast that with something that's really, really tight, like it kind of comes across as a mess, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
So I think like that comparison didn't do him any favors either.
Exactly. Right. If you had like party.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Then it'd be another thing, right? Like you're building up like parties, right?
Everyone's in that mode. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think about like, oftentimes, I saw a Helmet at the Summit Music Hall, and like there were like pretty well established openers for them. Like, I mean, they've been around for 30 fucking years or whatever, right?
Yeah.
More. And like the difference in sound between like the like openers that had been in the game like a decade, right? And then them, like it was just perfectly clean. Like everything like was just like, and the band of course was completely tight, right? Mm-hmm. But yeah, like it's so interesting. Yeah, it's so it can be anything, right? Like you can get anything. And so Yeah. So I'm very thankful that I was able to chauffeur you and PETA. I got to see one of my favorite Ians. I have a lot of favorite Ians. I got to see 2 beers Ian. Yeah.
2 big beers Ian.
Yeah, 2 big beers Ian, and not a lot of food Ian.
Yeah. And I may have bought a bacon wrapped hot dog from a cart on the way out of the concert venue.
Bacon wrapped hot dog that you claimed was the best decision you've ever made in your entire life.
I stand by that. And I have 2 children sleeping downstairs.
Nice. Well, yeah, I had a wonderful time playing Valet Dave. Yeah. I mean, that's why I have a big sedan, right? It's to drive people. So like the car is doing the thing that it's for, right?
Yeah. A+. Yeah.
Thank you.
Great.
Thank you. I was going to bring the Fiat and make one of you cling to the roof, but yeah. So thank you, Ian. Thank you for being such a good passenger. And
I only threw up a little bit in the back. So.
You only kicked my chair when we first got in the car. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it was great to hang out with you and PETA, and so I'm glad we were able to do that for sure.
Yeah, very fun. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, man. No problem. It was fun. Yeah. So let's see here. So speaking of Abarths, our buddy Eric, I had mentioned that on the last show that he sent an Abarth to make up for the Altabarth that he sent us. Yeah. So here it is. Look at that little thing.
Oh, hell yeah.
Right? There's the Citroen 2CV in the background, which is hilarious because it looks massive compared to like the OG Abarth, right? Yeah. This is a 1968 Fiat. Yeah.
I'm looking at these wheels.
Yeah.
Look at what is that stud pattern?
They're like on the outside. Yeah. I don't know.
That's really weird.
Yeah. There's like a central hub. Yeah.
Huh.
Weird. Yeah, I don't know.
That's bizarre looking.
Right? Yeah, but silver, like red over silver is such a great... The
steering wheel looks like it's almost in the center of the car.
And in the front of the car. Like it's so...
Yeah,
there's like no dashboard. It's just like right there. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man. That's super cool.
Yeah. So thank you, Eric, for sending that in. That car is perfect. Yeah.
Really cool. I love those wheels. It's awesome.
Right? Yeah. So anyway, I mentioned that. I definitely wanted to show that. So thank you, Eric. Yeah.
Very
absolutely. Cool. Yeah. And it does redeem the Altabarth. Yeah. Have you thought more about like what's going to be the next fastest car in the world since we talked about it?
I haven't. I really haven't.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm excited. I was thinking about recently, like, I'm excited for like 4th owner Teslas. And fourth owner electric cars.
Yeah.
And like how obnoxious they're going to be from every single light. Right? Like there's going to be so many like just launches from like every single light.
Right.
From like a vaping 25-year-old.
Yes. Yeah. No, that's a really good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. Nice, man. Nice. Okay. I mean, I have a license plate game for you if you'd like a license plate game, Ian.
I would love a license plate game.
Yeah. Oh man, boy. Yeah, it's setting in, dude. Yeah, we got to get through this, man. We can do this.
We're gonna keep it tight.
We need some bacon wrapped hot dogs, is what we need.
See, right? It's the best decision I've ever made. I wish I could make it again right now. I would do it.
Okay. All right, Ian.
I'm sorry. You see, like. A small woman by herself with a cart of like savory foods.
Yes.
Late at night, you go give her money immediately.
Yeah, you make that exchange. Yes.
Yes. It doesn't matter. What do you say? I don't care. Put it in my face.
And if they say, "Do you want blah blah blah" on it?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially if they wait. Oh, do you want the that?
Right. This is like that. Like, what do we say to the police? Like
yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Our version of that.
Yeah. You see 11 p.m. street meat.
Yes. What do you say? Yes. They say, "Do you want grilled onions?" What do you say?
Yes. I love that. Yeah.
If she says, "Do you want change? You want your change?" You keep your mouth shut.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Nice. Speaking of like all of the familial activities that you have been that you've been roped into.
Yes.
This, I did not intend for this to dovetail into it, but this license plate game is called Family Numbers.
Oh, well, look at that.
Okay. All right. All right. Here you go, Ian. Here's Family Numbers.
Oh, wow. Okay. So we've got a very icy Mazda Protege.
Right. When do you see those?
Yeah. With some very factory wheels.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've got an MG something or other. MGA?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure.
MG something.
MGA,
MG Roadster of some sort.
Yeah.
And then we've got a Ram, a Dodge Ram.
Pick 'em up truck, black pick 'em up truck. And they're all black cars. Yeah.
Yep, all black cars. The license plates read third child, 4 moms, and 8 sons. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. I'm going to need some zoomies and enhancies.
Yeah.
For sure. Because there's lots of stickers.
Yes, there are. There's a lot of stickers on the Protege. Yeah.
Okay.
Best I can tell, it's like there's a Tyrannosaurus Rex eating a Darwin fish, or not a Darwin fish, the Christian fish. Mm-hmm. Right? Okay. Funny. Yeah. Cat things. A purple heart, maybe like, I don't know if that's.
Oh, what do you call it? I reckon the E stick.
EEF, electronic.
Yes. Yeah. Freedom Frontier or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. EFF. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. This is a nerdy vehicle.
Nerdy, hackerish, maybe. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Onward through the. What does it say?
I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Not sure. Yeah. Lots of tiny lettering. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The car's covered with icicles. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's Colorado plates, very unfactory wheels.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I think those are some sport editions.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
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 All right. Yeah. You don't see too many Proteges kicking around anymore.
No, it's a shame. Those are good cars. Okay. And then we've got this MG. And then not much to go on. A Colorado collector vehicle.
Yeah, just a dude in it.
One dude crammed in there.
Yeah.
Top up.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Okay. All right.
And then we've got a limited Dodge Ram.
Yep. Yeah, they're
Iowa
really limited.
Alumni. We just got a bunch of Iowa stuff on there.
Yep, lots of Iowa stuff.
Huh.
Yep. Oh yeah, you can tell.
You were in Luther.
Yep, there you go. See, you recognize the interior reflection or the mirror. Yep.
Yep. The interior reflection was what got me. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then let's see the plates again.
Yeah, sure thing.
Third child, 4 moms, and 8 sons.
Yeah.
4 moms. I'm trying to think if any of them could be Iowa related.
Okay, sure.
Oh man, this is really, really tough.
Yeah, this is definitely on the harder side. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh wait, I think I got it.
Okay.
I think I know. Okay. So third child, I think it's on the MG.
Okay.
Because I think they have 2 kids and this is the car is the third child.
Okay. Okay.
That's what I think is going on there.
Okay.
So I think that's where that goes. I think 4 moms is on the Protege.
Okay.
And it doesn't mean that this person has the number 4 moms. It means that they are all 4 moms.
Okay. Okay.
As in they would like to go on dates with them.
This is like a MILF Hunter scenario.
Yes, that's what I think.
Okay.
And then it's 8 sons on the pickup truck.
Okay.
And I think that maybe one or several of them have gone to Iowa State University.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Or Iowa University, whatever. University of Iowa. That's
that school in Iowa.
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay. As sure as you are for a bacon wrapped hot dog.
Nearly.
Okay.
With nearly as much conviction as I said yes to those grilled onions. Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, Ian, I have some good news for you.
Oh.
Yeah, you got all of them right. Yeah. 4 moms on the plate, on the Protege. 3rd child exactly on the MG, and 8 sons on the truck, on the pick 'em up truck. And Blake sent in the MG, so thank you very much, Blake, for sending that in.
Yeah. That's a good. I endorse. I like that 3rd child one on a fun weekend car like that. I think that works.
Yeah, there you go.
That works.
Yeah, nice. Right on, man. Well done, Ian.
Thank you. Thank you. That was a good one. I like that.
Yeah, this is another example of like why I hang on to stuff in the hopper, right? You know?
Yeah, you must have had that Protege one for a long time.
Yeah, that was winter. I think Kelly and I took that when we were on the way to the airport to get like her sister that was coming into town.
Yeah.
When it was very cold, obviously. Yeah.
Excellent.
Right?
Really good.
So there you go. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice, buddy.
What do you say we close it out
with me singing you a lullaby?
Yeah. This is a lullaby album. Is our album of the week?
Okay. Yeah. Ian's album of the week is Goodnight Moon.
Yeah. No, it is the 2010 album by Yeasayer, Odd Blood.
Yay.
YEA Sayer.
Okay.
Yep. It's called Odd Blood is the name of the band.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
It is. So I was reminded about how much I like this album this week because my friend texted me a picture that he had got a new edition of it on vinyl. And it is like, you will have heard some of the songs off of this probably.
Okay.
They were like fairly popular for indie music, but it was also just really like a little bit ahead of its time, and it gets ripped off a lot. Like The Weeknd straight up ripped off one of these songs.
Oh, okay.
Like completely. Like there's gonna be one song in here that you're gonna be like, that's a Weeknd song that came out after this.
Okay.
Because he steals music from bands that I like.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, he also stole from Portishead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Like really blatantly.
Okay.
I'll send you a link on that one. It's a good time. And then it's really good. It's a little bit poppy. It kind of like brought in, it was one of the first ones that kind of brought in that like 80s sort of throwback synth sort of sound into indie rock.
Poppy's a fan of that. Yeah.
And it's just really, really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's a great people pleaser, but a little bit weird.
Okay.
Which is how I like my pop music. So
yeah. Okay. Nice. I'm really looking forward to checking this one out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you'll dig this. I think you will have heard some of the songs before.
Okay. Cool.
But it's worth listening to with like headphones on because it is like really well produced.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Like you might have heard it in the grocery store and now it's going to sound better.
Okay. Okay. Nice. Yeah. Odd Blood by Yeasayer.
Yep.
Okay. Nice. Yeah. Links will be in the YouTube description for sure. Yeah.
Sweet.
Also, if you want to weigh in on the FMK cars that Ian gave me with the family situations, the Escalade, the Camry, and the Subaru Outback, yeah, we'd love to hear how you would decide. Yeah, what your choice would be.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. Yeah. Just drop in the YouTube comments and let us know.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Dave, other than go to bed, what should people do? What should people do?
My poor sleepy Ian, man. Oh, buddy. I feel like now you're on my turf. Like, yeah. Although, like, I mean, we have to admit, I don't truly know sleepiness because I've never had children. So, like,
oh no, it's fine. It's the same tired. It happens more often.
Is it though? Is it?
It is. It just happens more often.
My floor's dry though. Yeah. Yeah. So people should definitely continue to send us vanity plates 720-515-1391. Or send them to our Instagram and Twitter DMs. Yeah. If you want Ian to get them, text them to that number if you want me to get them. I have a lot, so you might want to direct some towards Ian for a bit because Pappy's sitting on 700 and something over here.
Insane.
Yeah. But yeah, so text plates subscribe on YouTube. We've picked up a couple subscribers. Very thankful for some new faces, new ears. Sign up for our Patreon. If you want to give us $1 a month, you can. If for some reason you can't sign up for Patreon, just let us know. Shoot us an email, apexadjacent@gmail.com. We'll just give you all the stuff that you get on Patreon. You don't have to tell us why. Just say, hey, can I have the stuff? And we'll say, yes, you can have the stuff. Here's the stuff.
Yeah. And the grilled onions. You can have those too.
And grilled onions. Yes. Yeah. We got to make that video. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Uh-huh. Right. Yeah. Just dress me up as a street meat vendor. Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, besides that and sending this guy here to bed, Ian, whoo, buddy. Yeah. I don't have anything else. Yeah.
Well, everyone, we love you. Thank you. Goodbye. Good night.